Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the So I Heard podcast. If you guys are new to this, I'm KD. Hopefully, you guys are having a good one. Christmas was just around the corner. And we also have on here.
Hey y'all, it's your girl CeeLo.
I had to look at her and give her the nod. She was just smiling, looking at me.
Like, is it my turn?
Wait, are you talking close onto it?
I thought I was.
I don't know. I was trying to see. I didn't know what her sound was.
I haven't been invited
Mine
in a
is
while.
showing okay,
so
but I don't know.
I said I haven't been invited in a while, so I forgot how things go.
Oh my God,
I'm
that's
just
not
playing.
it at all. But yeah, man, Christmas was yesterday. We had a really good time. Well, both of us had to work, so we had to, share our gifts later, and yeah, she definitely got me some very, very great gifts. And yeah, I enjoy all of them. But we also watched. Oh, yeah. So we also watched, some Christmas movies. What was it that we watched? We watched
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And then we also watched, or was that the other night when we watched Edward Scissorhands?
Mm-hmm. That was Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay, Christmas Eve. Yeah, man, leave down in the comment section if you guys, are listening on I guess like YouTube or whatever, when I post these podcast episodes, leave down below what holiday movie do you watch, like for Christmas or whatever, or, which ones are in your, I guess, top three. Like normally, we watched Home Alone very early on.
Yeah. But they usually start, it's like a 25-day countdown. You're supposed to watch like different holiday movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we were watching the Home Alone movies first, because those were like the main ones, and then I think we also have to throw in Friday After Next. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie. Hopefully you guys have seen this movie. Very, very funny movie, part of the Friday series, Friday 1, and then Friday next Friday, and then Friday After Next being the latest one, and that one was during the Christmas season, so that's why, of course, we call that shit a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it really is.
But I guess it's not like, well, nah, what the hell do you call a traditional Christmas movie? It's not a kids Christmas movie, I guess, or whatever. It ain't nothing really crazy going on, I guess not.
No, it's just a lot of explicit language, I guess. But other than that, it's nothing really crazy.
Yeah, nothing really crazy. But of course, that's always a good one. I think we might have watched that a couple of times.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we had a good time.
That's something you can put on, like, and let the kids know if you're not comfortable with them watching. Like, all right, y'all, it's time for y'all to go.
Oh yeah, go to bed. Heck yeah, yeah. Put that on later, laugh or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, fun time. It was cloudy in Los Angeles. It was raining a little bit yesterday on Christmas, and it's been raining throughout the week and everything. But I'm ready for the sun, but at the same time, I was always like really ready for the rain, because those are the days where you can really relax the most and just have like this cool, chill day in the house. You got it warm inside of the house, and then especially now, with it being the Christmas season, and people are inside with their Christmas tree lit, and
and
just
it's been really cold this winter.
Yeah, really cold, really cold. It's funny because I've seen some people post, and I think they might live like, I don't know. I know they live in like the South or whatever, and they've been saying it's been like 80 degrees out there.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, in Los Angeles, it's been like in the 50s, low 50s to mid 50s, like pretty much around like 55. And yeah, to hear about some of these southern places like Texas and
what's their usual
Atlanta and stuff.
Oh well, they will obviously be lower than that, but
But I know it gets cold in southern states, but at the same time, like I do know it does get really hot, but I didn't think it would be that hot
damn
right
hot.
now.
Hell yeah.
You know, yeah, I've been seeing people post like, "How was that hot in December?" And I was just looking like, "Not here." You know, out here has been like so cold and just I don't know. I mean,
I've been enjoying it. It's been really good.
yeah,
for me.
I would rather the cold than the heat. You know, I do love summer, of course, but at the same time, when it's summer and it's hot, it's harder to stay cool than it is to warm up. You know, you warm up, you got clothes to put on. You might have to go to bed with socks on or something, or you can throw on the heater and it's easy. When it's hot and it's summer and you gotta, you know, put on the fan can only do so much unless you got
That
like
sucks.
AC, but normally people don't have their AC just running all damn day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Cause that's money too, and it really costs a lot to have an AC going
Yeah.
all damn day. Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then, you know, some people's AC units go out during the summer because it's just working so hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that
true, too.
sucks. One thing that I always thought was dope though was, I mean, I guess the AC unit could still go out, but I always thought it was dope, like those homes that have the solar power on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you like saving money and it's like the sun is just charging these solar panels
Oh,
and then
yeah.
whatever, like battery or whatever it is.
If I owned a home, I would like to have that on there because I think it really does save you money in the end if you really
Yeah.
think about it, like throughout the year or whatnot. I'm pretty sure you could see the difference for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure it's like they can end up having something where they route the power so it's not coming from just like, you know, the regular power company. It's just like off of whatever batteries they have that have been charged through solar power. At least I think they can do it that way. That that would make sense. And that would just be cool, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever, you know, the weather changes so much in Los Angeles. They have this saying that it never rains in Southern California or whatever, or like everybody believes that the weather is just super perfect in Los Angeles.
Is that such a popular saying because of the song, or was it?
I don't know if it was
saying
just
before?
because of the song
Oh.
or what, but yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like is people that normally say that haven't really been to Los Angeles that much because
Yeah.
the weather does
It
change.
changes.
Especially this year, we've been having so much like just random weather. Sometimes you can't even just go off of the, you know, like the weather app or something like that. It'll tell you 1 minute it's gonna rain and then it doesn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
That's
That's why when it says that, I pay attention to the percentage next to like the
Oh
little
yeah,
raindrop.
yeah.
If it's like 30%, it's not gonna rain.
Yeah. It's pretty much at that point. If it's like 40% and lower, it's like it's most likely not gonna rain.
It's not gonna rain.
But yeah, man, we've been enjoying this season. In another podcast episode, I was talking about how Christmas is a little bit different now. Of course, different than how it was when we were kids and stuff. And you would see so many lights and just so much stuff. Like, seemed like people are really, really into Christmas. And, you know, maybe people are still into Christmas, but I don't know what it is with the light stuff. I don't know if lights are way more expensive or what, but it's not that many people that are really putting up Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
And then we've been having the fools out here in Los Angeles, too. Well, not just in Los Angeles, but with people just stealing everywhere, you know.
And you know what's crazy? I was for sure expecting to hear like people's you know how they put Christmas decorations on their lawn? I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna hear a lot of reports of people stealing Christmas decorations. off
Yeah,
their
there
lawn.
were some.
Oh.
Yeah, there were some where people's Christmas decorations were getting stolen. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know
That's
why people are
crazy.
just stealing so much
Yeah,
now.
just imagine somebody running down the street with like a inflatable damn snowman.
Like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, I get it. Some of that stuff is expensive. Well, I guess I don't get it because I wouldn't be stealing that
Hell
shit.
no,
But
because it's like you're stealing it, but 9 times out of 10 you just yanked it, so the shit is probably broke now.
oh yeah,
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 so-
yeah. And then it's like, imagine going to jail. You know what I mean? You in prison.
Oh.
We already know how it is.
Yeah.
They always make the video, or we see the movies where it's like, "Oh, what you in for?"
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I, you know, you gotta lie about some shit. Like, yeah, I beat up 5 niggas at a
Hell
bar.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, would you admit to that's your crime? Just, yeah, I'm in here because I stole
But in the movies, it always seems like it's like that one person that find out, like, nah, he in here for something else.
Oh, yeah, I see
You
what you
know what I
mean.
mean?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, damn, I thought you said, I thought you said you were in here for murder or something, like something serious, and you in there because you stole a snowman.
Well, shit, his kids really wanted a snowman and he couldn't afford it.
Like, damn. Like, at that point, do we call you a good father? Or, like, what do we call you? You doing whatever for your kids, but still, at the end of the day, like...
I guess that's the definition of a ride or die.
For real. Your ass in jail for an inflatable snowman. But yeah, man, I don't know. It seems like a lot of the stuff that I saw yesterday with people posting, most of the people were happy and just chilling with their family, their kids, their loved ones, whoever. And they seemed like they were really enjoying the holiday. So that's something that's always good. Didn't really see any bad news yesterday. And, of course, that's another good thing. I think that the only thing that I saw that was a little bit weird for me is like, and I see it every single Christmas or like during the holiday or whatever. I get it. They do say that this is the time of year where a lot of people are depressed. I've seen, I watch YouTube a lot and I do YouTube stuff. So I've seen a lot of YouTubers basically saying like they're homesick and they're feeling some type of depression because they might have lived in another state and then, their family's in that state and now they're living in like Los Angeles or New York or something and they're feeling really homesick.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Yeah,
right?
like people who is incarcerated and stuff, and
That too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I saw a post about that. It was a guy. His grandma didn't know that he was out of jail. He had just got out of jail, I guess. I think he was locked up for 12 years or something like that.
Damn, that's.
And he was kind of talking about how it felt being in jail. That whole time and not being able to be with your family and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like it was good seeing people be like that. But then you had like a lot of the people that are always making the comparisons. They're either like comparing gifts that people got or something like that. Like it was to the point where it was like, yeah, I wanted to show what I got for Christmas. Definitely. And I did. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want to be one of them people that seem like I'm bragging about what I got. Like I was just showing like, oh yeah, this is what I got and I'm thankful for it. But then you have like some people that are really like bragging about what they got. And then, you have other people comparing stuff so much. And then you even have some people in relationships like, oh, well, such and such got this gift. Why you didn't get me something like that? And it's just like, what the hell? Like, it doesn't make sense. Because like Christmas isn't really just about the gifts.
It's
like
really
it's good.
not about the gifts at all.
I think what the thing is that people get confused with is because like then I think it was the 7 wise men or something came bearing gifts, and then it was like, oh, okay, like yeah, let's get into the gift stuff, and of course you have companies that want people to just keep buying their shit. They're marketing it so much, you got companies coming with like their Santa version of commercials and all that different stuff. And it really makes people want to go out and buy them. But some people are just like crazy with the materialistic stuff. Like, I feel like it's too much. And it wasn't even just the materialistic stuff. I've seen some people kind of like, they were making memes like, oh, I'm at home alone watching people
really?
in their relationships.
You saw that on Christmas?
Yeah, it was a lot of like memes like that, but it was like they were doing it in joking ways, but at the same time, it's kind of like a truth behind it. You know what I mean? Like you have like single people that are seeing all these relationships, and like how I said earlier, that it seems like there's a lot of people that ended up, posting that they were engaged or having babies, and then they had people making these memes basically saying, oh, me just watching like you guys be cute, but it's like them with like just like little weird smirk on their face or something like they're kind of jealous or something like that. And it's just like,
and I saw
damn.
a lot of the ones I see. What did it say? One of meme was like, oh, I see you posting those matching pajama pics. Don't be in my inbox tomorrow.
Oh yeah. See shit like that. And it's like, all right, like, I mean, I guess I kind of get that one, but still at the same time, it's like, damn, like, I don't know. If you're not happy with your situation, like, it can get better or whatever. Like, you ain't got to constantly keep comparing shit
Yeah.
and then feeling bad about your situation, or be the person that's feeling bad about your situation. You low key like attacking people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in an age where we all know what the hell memes are. We all
Hell
love
yeah.
making jokes. We
Right.
hop on the internet a lot of times
All
just to see
laugh.
jokes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool, but it's like, you can tell some people are really affected by that. And it's like, I feel bad for the ones that are like, they don't mean any harm or whatever. Or they're just like, you know, just going through whatever, like, damn, I wish I had that. But it's like, still, stop the comparison stuff. Like, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I guess that kind of, you know, fits the meme where it's like, oh, well, maybe people ain't really living perfect, even though they got matching pajamas. But
yeah, because there's some of, like, even with like celebrities, you know that they're not together, but yeah, I guess in some situations you just become an adult and you just do things for the kid.
Yeah, and there was a tweet that I saw yesterday, and they were basically saying, they were like, yo, like, why are you guys bashing you know, your baby daddy or baby mama during the holidays so much? And then they were basically saying, like, yeah, like, the person I had a kid with, we're not, you know, basically like, we're not together, but we still do holiday stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
and
why
then
not?
they were like, we ain't taking like family photos, but it's still like,
we're
doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is an adult thing, because you have so many people that are acting like petty or whatever. Like, it was something where it was like this one dude, I guess he got stuff for his kids or whatever, but he had other kids, and then they're like comparing the gifts that the kids got, and they both didn't even seem like anything that was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both seem like cool gifts, but you know, you got like people like, I guess, like, you know, baby mamas or whatever, just in that situation where it's like, oh, my kid didn't get this, and then it's like, whoa, like, don't try to say that your kid got a horrible ass gift when they really didn't.
Damn.
And then you comparing it to what the other kids got. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's so much, like, you have to think about that, where it's so much worse shit that can be happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, it's really just not about. I like this time of the year because it's like you have family getting together, y'all having fun. It's like, it's carefree because you know you ain't got to work tomorrow. Your kids is playing with the cousins and stuff, like, and then y'all all together and you just having, like, enjoying time with your you know, your loved ones that you haven't seen in a while. And then you get a little gift, but it's like, thank you. But I don't expect a gift, and I wouldn't for sure compare myself to someone like that.
Comparing is just it's crazy. I don't know why people do it.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that I feel like comparing, and along with this social media stuff, if you don't know how to just go on there and just have fun and laugh, ha ha ha, like, other than that shit will really mess with your mind.
Yeah,
so you gotta figure out how to.
I think that is the main thing. It's social media, but I'm sure people were still doing it before social media was even big.
But I think it made it more.
I don't know. It's weird. It's funny because sometimes if you look at like your pets, right, and say you have like two animals, and then you see how they even get jealous.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like, damn. It's like everything kind of gets jealous in some sort of way, and I don't know what the fuck. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just like I guess a part of our animalistic shit. Like, even if you see animals in the wild, like if you see one, like you see like a mom feeding like her young or whatever, it's always gonna be like the two that are fighting, or it's gonna be some that are fighting. Like, no, give it to me. Yeah, like it's just like natural to be, I guess, kind of greedy in a way or something.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that shit it's crazy, but it's like you think about people and you're like, oh, we supposedly know so much and everything, so you would think that we can, I mean, for the most part, I think most of us do well and not be greedy and not be acting like an ass or whatever, but you got so many people that really get to that point.
Yeah, you have some people that's like really, is it materialistic?
Yeah, materialistic, and it's just like, wow, like I really see some people, right? They live a normal ass life. They're not a celebrity. They ain't balling. And they compare their gifts to the gifts that celebrities are getting, and this is like, how are you doing that?
It's like know your tax bracket.
That celebrity is literally a millionaire. Like you make, I don't even know how much you make, but like,
and then it's
a thousandaire or something like.
And then it's like for me when I see stuff like that. For example, because I can't lie, I do feel a certain way when I'm scrolling on IG and I see somebody who's just doing vlogs, for example, and just like the little kid that makes all that money just by doing toy reviews. Yeah. And then it's just like, damn, that's so simple. Like I got a whole lot of simple shit, but how can I get as big as you so I don't have to do too much? And I'm at work sitting and dealing with these people asking me stupid questions. Just I don't know.
Yeah, for real. Like I mean, yeah, you think about that definitely, and I mean, I guess it's two ways that it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna look at it and be like, damn. I mean, like, not saying you're really looking at it like you're really jealous. You're just like, damn, like how the hell did you get to this level, I guess, you know?
That's that, yeah. It's not like a jealousy or animosity or any. I'm just like, damn, like, and here I am. He at home having fun with his parents, doing what he loves.
I think everybody look at that kid.
Yeah,
like that.
It's like he's literally doing what he loves as a kid. And he's making all this money for it.
I think they even said that on Ridiculousness one episode, like, you know, I forgot a few years ago, they said that the kid was worth like, or he made like $8 million. And that might have been, I think it might have been last year during 2020. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, dude, like in the quarantine, everybody's missing out on money. Yeah. And this kid made $8 million and he's just doing like tour reviews and just different shit like that. And it's just like, damn, that's so smart. And when I first heard about him, I thought that was smart too, because a lot of toy stores were closing down because of Amazon. Amazon was taking over everything. Toys R Us was closing. There's no more KB toy stores. It's just like a lot of places were closing. Video stores were definitely closing because of streaming videos, but then, you know, videos also being sold on like Amazon and different stuff like that.
Remember how they used to have it set up in the electronic department where you can go and play like the latest hottest game,
the video game? Yeah. I mean, well, I know they stopped that. They said they stopped that because of COVID stuff.
Yeah, because of COVID.
But still, like, yeah, you used to go and be able to play them in the electronics area. But yeah, man, this kid, the idea was just great because every Christmas season or for birthdays or whatever, you have a whole bunch of adults looking at a whole bunch of shit they know nothing about. Yeah. And they could just go online, look at this kid, do a review of whatever it is. And he's making money off of all those views.
And then some of the kids, they'll watch him too because he playing with what they want to play with.
Yeah, and then that's where they come up with them damn birthday lists and Christmas lists.
Like shit, that's like, what is that? And then you look at it, you kind of think like, oh, well, maybe it's like my whatever you was playing with when you was that age toy. And then it's like, wait, what? This is what y'all into?
What was the big toy when you was like, if you can remember, like to a certain age?
Easy bake oven.
Easy bake oven?
I loved my easy bake oven.
Oh, you got one?
I had, that shit was like my air fryer. That's why I was so happy when I got the air fryer.
But how did the food taste?
It wasn't the best food. It came with like cake mix or a little pouch, like for example, like a hot chocolate pouch. And it was the stuff like that. And I think you just add water or milk, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then that's all you did. It wasn't like no real bacon, but it was.
Because I heard it was just like a little light that get hot.
Yeah.
And then it cooks it.
It was like it was just like a regular square. You have the little, I don't know what it was called, but it was something that's shaped like a C, and then you just push the little the circular tray in there, and then that's it. And then you could see like it bake from the other side of it because it had a little window.
What the
so
hell?
happy. It was white, black, and I swear that was like all I wanted.
Man, see, I've never tried food from the Easy Bake Oven before, and I always wondered like what would the food taste like.
It was okay.
You know?
I mean, like for you to be that
it would be
age,
like doughy. Still,
you know what? Actually, remember those TV dinners and
the little brownie thing.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like that, but not as good like that.
Oh,
like,
kids used to fuck those up.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I used to say that
the
for
one
last.
with the kids cuisine with
with the little
penguin. Yeah, with the penguin on it. Yeah, you get like your chicken nuggets, corn. and then the brownie.
Yeah, and then it seemed like they always had that damn corn in the brownie somehow.
Yeah. Or I think I've seen like green beans or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of similar to that. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. And then you put it in on one side, and then you take it out from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think like for me, I mean the real memorable ones, and these weren't even ones that I had, or maybe no, these might have been. I think this was like younger than I was. Like I didn't really want it at that time. Trying to think of how old I was when the first Toy Story came out.
Oh, okay.
But like the Buzz Lightyear, that was sold out everywhere. That reminds me of Jingle All the Way with, what was the action figure name?
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man. That's what it reminded me of, and I think maybe that's why they they probably came out around the same time, and that was probably made off of the craze of the damn Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, because he had the wings that shot out like Buzz Lightyear too.
Yeah, and everybody wanted that Buzz Lightyear. It was sold everywhere, and then I think like the next big thing was I remember they had like the little Tamagotchis that used to have the little
keychain. No,
yeah, it was like it had the buttons, but it was like shaped like an egg, and then you take care of it. Yeah,
oh yeah,
that was something that was big, and then also later Tickle Me Elmo was such a big thing.
Didn't it seem like Elmo had like a good 5-8 year stretch? It was just like everything was Elmo
all the time. Another funny thing, I think this is more so for like the older people because it was like a lot of grandparents collecting the damn Beanie Babies.
Oh, Beanie Babies,
They wanted them everywhere. And I remember when I was a kid and my dad worked at this hospital in Culver City, and they sold them in a gift shop, and it would just be women in there, like older women in there, just trying to get different Beanie Babies.
What was it with them Beanie Babies? And they just had them on their bed.
It was really a collector's thing. But I think also some of them were only sold at certain, maybe events or something. And then like they were worth a lot of money. Because I think there was one that was like a Laker one that was expensive as hell. And it was just like people just collecting so many damn Beanie Babies. And it's crazy because those collectible things make you think like back then you're like, oh, maybe this will become something big, or you just collected it because you liked it. And I remember being young and collecting the Pokemon cards, and my dad used to be like, why are you spending your money on them, on those Pokemon cards? He didn't call them Pokemon. He called them Pokemon.
Yeah, I think somebody used to call them that too.
Them Pokemon cards. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I mean, of course you didn't think it was going to be as big as it is now, where some cards are worth like $150,000 and stuff like that. But still, it was just like the fun thing to do. It was mainly Pokemon cards that were the ones that really became like a really big thing. But then you even have it with comics, action figures and all different type of stuff like that. But yeah, the ones back then that people really wanted was those toys, like the Buzz Lightyear, the Tickle Me Elmo. I'm trying to think to like other years of other things that kids really wanted. I mean, video games are always a thing, but for like toys that really were like on the news and everything,
I know my cousin, he always liked the remote controller cars.
Yeah, the remote control cars.
Those are always was a hit. Other toys, I don't know. Well, I feel like those the guns. What is they called?
Nerf guns.
Nerf guns. Was
Nerf guns were good, and those are kind of collectors things too, because they had a lot of different ones.
Anything Barbie for sure back then.
Oh yeah, and
Barbie was killing the game.
Because of course, me being the boy, I wasn't collecting Barbie dolls. But then when I got older, and then I seen some adults that still had Barbie dolls that they had like never opened and shit like that. And it was like, oh, this is the New Year's edition.
Yeah,
this
she had everything.
And I was just looking like, damn, I was like, Barbie had all of that shit.
She had everything. She was a doctor. She was flexible.
I don't know if this was a part of Barbie also, when they used to have the NSYNC dolls.
Oh.
They were the NSYNC characters. I think
it was made the same, obviously the same company.
Yeah, I think they were kind of Barbie too.
But yeah, they did look very like Ken.
Yeah,
and
I think those became expensive later on, because people were collecting them. But yeah, Barbie stuff was expensive. I don't even think I've really heard about people talking about Barbie like that
even
anymore.
her Barbie house. That Barbie house was like $100 and something, if I'm not mistaken, back then.
Man, and then the commercials, they driving up in the car, they walking the dog.
And then she got her arm out. And then
they had the baby, and then they had some other ones. Like,
they had a controversy over the Barbie doll when she was pregnant. I don't know if it was Barbie, but it could have been like
one of the other
another company.
Yeah,
because I think they had it to where they made the doll like you could make the dog give birth or something like that.
What the hell?
If I'm not mistaken, I really think so, because Barbie was pregnant, but then I think the next Barbie doll was the baby, and then it was the whole. I know for sure this for sure happened.
The story.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was with Barbie or what other doll. I really wasn't collecting Barbie dolls. But yeah, they was just like, oh, this is promoting women to have sex and get. I was like, damn. But yeah, I do remember that story.
I wonder though, like, I mean, I don't know.
But then they did have, I saw something and they was like, if you pay attention, what did it say? It was like something like they've been grooming women to just take care of babies all our lives.
Oh, it was a comedian that was saying that.
And then it was just like, think about it, like little boys and stuff was playing in the dirt and the carefree and shooting little cops and robbers.
And then they always gave girls the baby.
The baby,
like, take care of the baby. Like, go take, they're feeding the baby. They got the babies that, like, now they got babies that poop and shit like
and then
that.
I had a doll where the baby, like, you would feed her, it had like a bottle and then it looked like milk in it, and then the baby will cry and you just figure out what it wanted, you give it the milk and it'll be cool.
That's crazy.
Like
they really were doing that.
Yeah, and it's just like, I never thought about that shit. Why is that? I saw that, I was like, oh, that's true. Because I had an easy bake oven, I had me a little kitchen set, and I had me a baby. And then they be like, oh, go clean your kitchen. Oh, your baby is crying.
Oh, yeah. See, and then another thing that they even started having that's been brought up, like I saw a lady post it, I think, yesterday. She bought like a kitchen set, but it was like her boy, but it was like, it didn't look like a girly kitchen set that was like pink
silver.
And it just looked
like a
neutral
it was
color. A nice looking little kitchen
nice.
set. And she was like, I dare anybody to say anything about like my son having a kitchen set.
She shouldn't have dared them, because they showed this have a lot to say.
I know they're gonna talk crap. Yeah. But then a few weeks ago, it was a guy that got a kitchen set for his son. And everybody was talking crap, and they were just like, do you think that this is gay? And it's just like, what the, like.
First of all, no. It's a lot of good chefs out there, women. But sometimes the men, like, you really was shocked. Like, oh, who's the chef back there? You would think it's a lady because the food is so good. Mm-hmm. Then it's like, oh. So you can't, like, not, if he eventually going to have to cook for himself, so why not?
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking also, because I was like, name big chefs. A lot of very, very known chefs that you see on TV are like men and stuff. It's a lot of women chefs, but I'm saying, like, you got Gordon Ramsay, you got
it's just like, name 2 top chefs off the top of your head. Bet you it's going to be a man. It's
going to be like a guy.
It's going to be a guy.
So it's like, I didn't see what the issue was with the boys having this or whatever. You know what I mean? It was just like, damn, like, you're still kind of keeping that thing to where you're kind of saying, well, these were just random people. These are regular people. And it's like, you guys are still kind of saying like, oh, only women should have the kitchen stuff. And it's like, what the fuck? Like dudes can cook too. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like, oh yeah, guys don't need to cook. Like if they have, a woman with them, they don't need to cook or anything. And it's just like, damn, like that's how you can tell like a lot of people are still thinking that way, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Like,
don't
get me wrong. It's some stuff I be kind of like on the fence about when I hear that. Yeah. But that is just like, if he want a damn kitchen set, go play with it. It ain't like the kitchen set is bright pink or whatever. Yeah. It's a regular kitchen set. He happy. I done found him something that he likes and he could play with and leave me alone for a while. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and then also, like, let's be honest, like, ladies, y'all love a dude that can cook.
Right. So, and when I saw that, I was like, I'm not going to look at the comments because I know I'm going to instantly catch an attitude because I could just already hear the stupidity before I even click on the comment section. Like, the baby is happy. Isn't that the
main
point?
Thing? Yeah.
Like, let him play with his sets.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah. Like, I mean, I guess that was like back in the day where they used to have like this little Home Depot set that was for kids with like tools, and it was like a workbench. And then I think they also had the same company. The same type of thing, but it was a different company. It was Black and Decker that makes a lot of tools and stuff like that. And then if girls ask for it, it's like, what? Why would you want that? It's just like, damn. Like, it don't mean that people are like making horrible, like they gonna grow up and make horrible life decisions. I always thought that was weird too. Like, even with video games. I mean, in a way, I kind of understand that sometimes. You got some kids that get too hyper off of video games, and then they start feeling like they could do whatever is in the video games. But then they don't ever stop putting out all these crazy ass movies. They're never gonna stop putting out these crazy ass movies. I mean, yeah, they put age limits on them, but then a lot of times, if you have cable in the house, your kid can probably watch this.
Very true. Fire sticks too, and they don't even need the TV. They got a phone. They can watch it on their phone.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many parents that just like, their kids are watching YouTube and like they don't want to restrict it because their kid gonna keep asking.
Oh well,
can you unrestrict it?
You're gonna get tired of asking eventually when you keep hearing the same answer.
For real, that's what I said. I was like, nah, we ain't about to have you just watching whatever.
Just
like,
hell no. Because I can't lie. When I think about kids at like the age where I used to do like rebellious stuff, you can say on the internet. I'd be like, oh, okay, you at that age. Yeah, I'm about to put this lock on here.
Yeah.
Because I know you may see something pop up or whatever. You like, okay, bored at the end. I always found out shit that I wasn't supposed to when it was time for me to get off the computer. And I still just wanted to stay on there. And then something will pop up and I'll click on it and it just, what have I stumbled upon?
I remember this when I was growing up. So like, dude, back in the day, everybody had those cable boxes where, no. You had the thing where it was like you could do the recall for the channel. And then sometime it would you didn't have the channel that showed like the porn stuff, right? So it would be fuzzy, but then you can kind of make out something through the fuzz.
Yeah.
And then you would just have it on a recall button so it can go back to like a safe channel. Like, I've just been watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And then like you would see through the fuzz and you're like, shit, you can kind of hear a moan. And,
and then for me, it was that soft porn. What was it coming on? Like Showtime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I have Cartoon Network on the back button, just bop.
It's
I don't even move. They call my name. I'm just laying there like, nope, I ain't gonna move. I'm asleep.
But for real, it was just so much stuff. Like once you start figuring out,
and then not even with the BET Uncut was enough.
Oh yeah,
BET Uncut, that will forever be. If they brought out BET Uncut, I will literally get it and just.
I don't even know
it.
they can.
But they can't. But I'm just saying, like
BET Uncut.
Yeah, they for sure. You can't even find that tip drill video nowhere no more.
I think the last video that I've seen that was somewhat on that level was the YG.
Oh yeah, that Pop It Shake It. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, like I ain't seen no other videos like that.
I was just like, yeah.
Since. And
then that's what that 50 Cent song. I think that one still comes on YouTube. It's the I don't know. I just know it was in black and white, and the girl, she had a tattoo of a butterfly on her butt.
Dang, I don't know.
I think it was Disco Inferno.
Yeah, I think it is Disco Inferno. I think
I saw that on BET Uncut, and still to this day, I love that song. Every time I listen to it, I think about the day I found out about it in my room, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" I was young as hell, and I was like, "She really got a tattoo of a butterfly on me."
And it was just like back then when those videos would come out on Uncut. The next day at school, everybody's talking about it. They're like, "Did you see that?" And it's now you probably gonna have like a whole bunch of parents calling in. That's another thing that'd be annoying to me. Like I remember that happened with Family Guy when Family Guy first came out, and they got Family Guy canceled for like a little while because
it was canceled?
Yeah, when it first came out, I don't even think it was a full season yet. And I remember it came out, and I was just like, "Yo, this is funny." I was like, they were just, as far as cartoons, they were just wild. I think the only other one that was out at that time really was South Park.
Yeah, South
where they
Park
were just
been out
saying
forever.
anything.
And then that's what I'm saying. Like, how would they cancel that? And South Park was out longer.
Family
and
Guy
Simpsons
was on Fox.
Oh, South Park was on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central. It wasn't just on regular TV.
It was like a cable show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
So with Family Guy being on Fox, it was like, you know, this lady, I think like her son watched Family Guy, and she was just like saying, kind of like when I was a kid, my mom didn't let me watch The Simpsons because she was like, "Oh, I don't want you to start acting like Bart Simpson or whatever."
He was
so yeah, like Family Guy, I guess the kid was doing stuff that was on the show or whatever. She like made this big complaint. It became big, and then they stopped showing Family Guy for like a long time. And then I think when it came back, and that was the actual full season, because I don't think it was a full season the first time. And yeah, it was just crazy. But like, I mean, those are shows that kind of do a lot of crazy shit.
They did.
They say whatever, but still.
Yeah. Family Guy is
you got to watch what your kids are doing.
You do. And Family Guy was a good show. But now I feel like up until a certain season, Family Guy became too serious for me, so I stopped watching it. But the earlier season was pretty good. Like, I fucked with Family. One show I didn't really get into was The Simpsons. I will watch it, but I've never like fully seen. I used to like The Simpsons. What is it? The Treehouse of Terror.
Oh, the Halloween.
The Halloween special. I used to like that one, but I really wouldn't watch. No.
Yeah. The Simpsons was funny, and that's what I didn't get. But like, Simpsons wasn't as wild as South Park and Family Guy. No. But then The Simpsons did make like a lot of jokes that were jokes that only the adults would get.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what it kind of reminded me of like an animated Frasier in a way.
What? The
Simpsons?
No, it was just it's a lot of goofy stuff like kids would get, but then like some of the jokes that they were making, it would be like, you know how they have the memes now, like, oh, Simpsons knew it was gonna happen. And then like a lot of the jokes were like had to do with like politics or. Yeah,
I saw a couple of episodes of it, but when I would watch it, I would just be like, okay, I will go to sleep, just like with Frasier.
Yeah, people were really.
But I did like the Simpsons hit and run game on the game.
Oh yeah. That was fun as hell. They've been saying they want that to come back out.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good one.
But yeah, that's kind of hit and run. That was good. Like, especially if you watch the show, then it was really good. Mm-hmm. Like, that's kind of like if you ever play a South Park game, and as much stuff as they put in there that's like for the real fans and stuff, and then you see it and you're like, oh my god, like they got them in there, and that's what they did in Hit and Run. Hit and Run was basically Simpsons Grand Theft Auto,
basically, and it was really good. Like, even though, like I said, I've never really watched. Like, don't get me wrong, I watched The Simpsons. I will still watch an episode to this day, but I wouldn't just be like, hey, put it on. Yeah. But I just feel like out of South Park and Family Guy up until a certain season, I'm for sure choosing one of them because I feel like they're a little bit better.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But yeah, my bad.
No. I was just about to say it's more out there, so it's kind of like you like it more. Yeah. I mean, I guess like Simpsons has a lot of good episodes. Even South Park said it when they were like, Simpsons did it. Yeah. Like, Simpsons has done everything. You can't
lie. Like, I'm not knocking, like, shit that's happening now. Yeah, the Simpsons did tell us about it.
For real.
They really did.
And they have episodes for I don't even know how. I think they're in like the 20s for their season.
And I was surprised that they're still going. I'm like, damn, y'all still on the air?
I don't even know how. Like, that's crazy. That's a lot of damn episodes.
But honestly, I will say this. If I wanted to start watching The Simpsons, I probably would start watching that. Because I tried to watch a recent season of Family Guy. It's just like whatever.
Yeah, I haven't watched Family Guy in a while.
I feel like if I was to really just give The Simpsons a chance or just choose to watch that when I'm like want to watch something, I'll probably like that. The newer season of Simpsons versus the newer season of Family Guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't checked out Family Guy in a long time.
Because it's just, I don't know which season. I can't even recall like the last season I watched, but it's just it became way too serious. It's not funny anymore. It just made it, probably because they've been getting a lot of complaints, I'm assuming. But it's just, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of the same feeling I had about Family Guy.
Oh
And
yeah, I
then
meant
this.
Family Guy. My bad, not Simpsons.
Oh
Yeah. My
yeah.
bad.
But there's I also think it's because there's so many adult cartoon shows that are out now. You have
Yeah.
them on Netflix, you have
And
them on
yeah.
Amazon Prime,
Have you
and a bunch of
watched?
different stuff.
Have you watched any new like adult animation, like kind of outside of Simpsons and them?
I guess the Fairfax show kind of
Oh
is.
yeah, that's pretty good.
But then of course, seeing I was watching Big Mouth, but
Big
then
Mouth,
when they
yeah.
came out the new season, I didn't really watch it that much.
Yeah, I feel like I stopped watching that. I feel like they had a singing season.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
what
it's the newest one.
I think it's like season.
Well, they have
2.
some songs in the other one, but and then you got your F is for Family.
Oh, that's the one for me. I still I still haven't watched the last season, but F is for Family, that's a good one. I like that show.
Oh, I thought we were watching the newest season the other day.
We were, but I think because I fall asleep on it, so and I don't remember. And
oh, okay.
So I'm still like on episode fully. I'll say 2.
Yeah, I was in here laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, another
good.
thing, Bob's Burgers. That's my shit.
I didn't get it.
I love Bob's
Burgers is literally how I treated The Simpsons. I will watch it, but you know how you and Kiki be talking about the little. You said it's a hamster on there that sounds like me?
No. The guy has a hamster and he be like, Kiki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. When y'all make little reference and stuff, I don't be doing because I really don't watch it.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I guess it's on the same level as like The Simpsons. It's not like super crazy.
Yeah.
But it's still good. And they don't get into like the political jokes that they might have on The Simpsons sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bob's Burgers is good. That mess is funny.
That's a good one. Like I know the characters' names. I think.
Or even Futurama used to be cool. That's the same people that made Simpsons.
That's the Cyclops lady.
Yeah, yeah. She was Peg Bundy.
Peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get into that one either.
Yeah, that was cool. They came out in
Wasn't that on Adult Swim?
I think they put it on there, but that was a Fox show too. It used to be The Simpsons, and then Futurama came on afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's the same people that make The Simpsons.
Oh yeah. I could get that.
And yeah, that was another good one. But Futurama, it's been done.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching Efforts for Family with you, like that is funny.
That's
because I already like Bill Burr.
He
I think
is
Bill Burr
fucking
is funny
hilarious.
as hell.
Like from the very first show, he been threatening to put these kids to a fucking wall, and he really talks to them like that.
Because Efforts for Family, when I watch Efforts for Family, it reminds me of when I always used to watch Married with Children.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
that's
And then
pretty
they have
much
the
what it
dog,
is.
and he's dressed just like Al. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, it's like Married with Children. Married with Children is fucking comedy.
Hell
like,
yeah.
He hated his life, but then he still loved his family, but then he kind of hated them.
Yeah.
Like,
the only thing with Efforts for Family, they have a healthy sex life.
oh yeah. Married with Children.
Yeah, she had
every
to
time
beg.
she wanted to try to have sex with Al, he
I
was just like,
yeah.
again.
I was just like, damn, what's going on with you, Peggy? Like,
yeah, like Married with Children, that shit had jokes.
Did you see the episode when they were having sex and then their youngest son, he was suspended, but he didn't tell him, so his big brother forged the dad's signature on the suspension letter, and then he was in their room and he got underneath the bed because they came home early and they was arguing and they had make up sex, and he was under the bed watching them having sex.
No, I don't think so. Wait, what was that?
Shit, F is for Family.
Oh, no. I didn't see that one.
Man, that shit, he was under the whole time. He heard his dad talk about him, said that he was a pussy and he was just like not a man or whatever. And then they started having sex and he was under there. He like poked his head up from underneath the bed and he just saw like his dad.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
That was in season 1. I probably like episode 5 or something, but yeah.
Dang.
I was like, yeah,
no.
this is my show.
Imagine that happening.
He was spooked.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They
hell
had
yeah,
dinner.
that's gonna scare you.
They had dinner that same day, and they was all eating, and the mom and the dad was all happy, and they made up, and then he just threw up in front on the table. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't. I understand.
Heck yeah, man. Not to sound bad, but especially if there's some work being put in.
Yeah, and he literally, once he poked his head, like just hearing the bed wasn't enough. He poked his head from underneath the bed and saw his dad's like genitals just, yeah.
Damn, maybe I have seen it. That sounds familiar.
It
like
was
maybe
just like
I did
he just saw his dad's balls just like.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I was like, damn.
That's a nightmare for sure.
Yeah, that was a good one though. That was a good episode.
Damn. Oh, that reminds me of like, damn, I don't know if it was the first episode of Blackish.
Oh, I like
I don't know
Blackish.
if it's the first episode of Blackish, but it's when Anthony Anderson comes into his son's room and he catch him jacking.
I think I seen that episode. And he was younger,
like,
right?
Yeah. And I was just like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I felt old the other day.
You felt old?
Yesterday. Because they showed a picture of you know how they have the twins on Blackish, right? The two young kids. And the boy, Jack, he had a mustache. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
He got facial hair?
I folled the little girl. What's her name? Marsha?
Oh, with the glasses?
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Yeah, but
she's a beautiful young lady.
But she's still
young, but
no, but she still looked the same.
Oh, I
like
see what
Jack
you mean.
looks the same too, but with
he got
facial
the
hair. I
facial
was like,
hair,
what the fuck? I was like, that's weird as hell.
Yeah, because she still kind of looks like the girl from Blackish. She's just taller.
Yeah. See, I don't know. For me, like when it comes to these TV shows and seeing like, if you were a kid on that show. Yeah, if you were a kid on that show, like I'm most likely just gonna look at you as a kid,
like
right?
baby girl from Bernie Mac.
Yeah, or even Nessa, because they showed Nessa, she taking naked pictures and stuff, and I was just like, what?
You said she had an OnlyFans, right?
I guess I don't know where it was coming from. I saw them like posting it just like on Instagram and stuff. And it was like the meme, like Uncle Bernie turning over in his grave or whatever.
I was like, damn. Last thing I heard about her is she had an ice cream company. But when I think you sent me something, and then you was like, oh, look at Nessa. And I was like, what the hell?
Or like even... Oh, what?
No, I was just gonna say that she probably was just doing that because she couldn't sell ice cream because it was during the pandemic.
Oh,
everybody
damn!
else.
I didn't even think about that. But even like my wife and kids with the daughter Katie, and I think she does modeling now.
Oh,
And like people came out of nowhere like, "Oh, Katie grew up. She looked good." And I was like, "But we seen her grow up as a kid. Like this kind of
that's
you know what I mean? Like or like just a lot of shows where they had kids on there and like Maybe you didn't realize at that time that you guys are around the same age, or they might be over 21 now or over 18 or whatever. I still be like, I don't know. Like I've seen you grow up. Like that's kind of weird. But yeah, some fools really just like, I don't care. She look good now.
Shit, that might turn them on because they remember her like that. Some people is fucking sick. I'm telling you, that's probably why they weird, crazy. Man. So you can have people who have a normal thinking process like you, and then you can have people who just on that nasty stuff. And because I would feel the same way if it's like a little boy or whatever, and then it's like, oh dang, and then all of the women is saying shit like they're saying about Katie and stuff. And I'm like, no, that's little what's his name? Like, what the hell?
Franklin from My Wife and Kids.
Oh, I haven't seen him.
Because he was on, he's in stuff still. He's on All American.
Is he?
Yeah. He's on All American. I looked it up and
who is
to see
on
like
All
who
American?
he was. Damn, I don't even know.
And
I know you watch All American.
And I've been telling you like it's a good show. Like the last season was, but it's a good show.
Yeah, I forgot who they said he is on All American.
Damn,
but he's
that's
on
crazy.
there.
I gotta look that up.
And then he used to be on that one show, but that was years ago called Heroes.
In the comment sections on that show Sisters I watched, they said that light skinned dude who I said the sneaky, they was like he's related to Franklin because he looks like him. And I was like,
he looks just like him.
Look like him.
Hell yeah. That's another good show that we watched.
Yeah.
Did they just play? That was the last episode of last week?
Yep, and it comes back on January 5th.
Yeah, January, and that is the fastest comeback I've ever seen.
Man,
for a show.
me too. I was not expecting that.
We also have to do a moment of silence for Issa Rae's show, Insecure. Tonight was the last episode. 5 seasons, good show. It ended the way I wanted it to end.
I see. I don't know.
I was happy.
I don't know.
You're just that way because she's in a situation where now she's a stepmom.
Yeah, and I don't. Well, for me, I wouldn't know what to do, and I don't know. No, I just don't.
I think it's more awkward that
I don't know how to say it. So if
her and Condola were friends.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think that's
thing
more
too.
weird.
And then it's like now I got to see you to see it, but it's kind of like well I got him, but it's like I don't want to live like that, and then I don't want to.
Yeah,
it would have been cool where it's just like you thought you had him for a night, bitch, but whatever. But now it's like you got to bring your kid over, you got to come in my house. Maybe sit down on the couch,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wanted it to end the way that it was supposed to end. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it ended the way that I wanted it to end.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice
because I felt like
ending.
in the beginning, I remember when I first watched the first season, I was thinking, I was like, damn, I hope this happens. Like, I hope they get back together. I hope that that's something that happens. And then, of course, 5 seasons in, you're going to see, different people, them dating different people and all different stuff like that. But, yeah, it ended the way that I wanted it to end. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. It was a lot of stuff that happened during that show, but it was still good. And the reason I think Insecure was so good is because, in a way, it's funny because even just talking, maybe if you're not even in those situations personally, you probably know somebody that was in some of those situations, and that you kind of can relate to it. I mean, it's just they're young and they're dating and stuff, and I guess you can relate to it. Or like I said, even if you're not personally in those situations, you're like, oh, I heard about something like that before.
Of course.
And it's just interesting and keeps you wanting to know what the hell is going to happen next.
For it to be a 30-minute episode, each season, it really grabbed my attention. Even though I did agree with the fans, they were constantly telling her, we need more time. I was like, yeah, please make it 45 minutes or something.
But it was funny. I didn't even realize that until 2 weeks ago. And I was like, wait, this shit ain't an hour?
Mm-hmm. But this season, it really felt like it was 30 minutes. I felt it. The rest of the season 1, it seemed, because it was like you said, you wish you would have had a timeline in this last episode. Yeah. It was moving too fast. I really thought 3 years went by, but honestly, I really think it probably was 2, because Issa and Molly turned 32, and then they went to Colorado. I think that was just 1 year of all of their birthdays, and then the next time. It was a year later when the girl gave her announcement. Yeah. And then Molly, I feel like the thing with Molly happened at the end of the year, because that's when it said 1 year later.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, oh okay, because I said 3-4 years, but no, but shit do. A lot can happen in 1 year.
Especially in this last episode. They were jumping, they were doing time.
I honestly thought it was just going to be a different outcome. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but I was like, oh, this is really how we ending it.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of get it because they're really trying to catch up on what everybody is doing.
And then they want to close all the books, so there's nothing left. Well, yeah, that's true too.
And then watching it, they wanted to kind of confuse the audience. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, here they're with this person. Because in this episode, I think Issa was with 3 different people.
Yeah, she was
with 3 different people because, well, kind of. In the beginning, she had just broke up with
Nathan.
And then, So yeah, and I was like, honestly, they just showed the random dude that looked like he's on a hair box or something.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like he on the barber box or something.
I
mean the barber chart. Give me the number 15.
What did I say? I said, dang, they both look like they smell like cocoa butter.
Hell yeah, they just got incense lit in there. Damn.
They just had a nice glow to their skin. And it's just no, let me sage you down before you come in here.
Yeah, I was looking does he have curls? What the hell is that? It didn't even look like he had a product in his hair.
That
Like,
shit
normally
was just,
when dudes have curls, like, they shiny and shit because of the product. His shit just looked like hair. Like,
just hair.
Curled hair.
Yep. He was like,
You know?
I'm going to do a little shake, a little dry with my towel, and that's good to go.
He looked like a modern day Black Jesus. Like,
He
if
really
he didn't have the
did.
long hair, but he still had, like, a modern cut or something.
Like Jesus trying to stay hip, dude.
Yeah, and then for a minute, I was like, oh, maybe this is how it's going to end. But then I was like, damn, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then it came in at the right time. And,
he tried to do a slow clap. I cut that shit. Like, nope.
No, I don't like that. But that's something that I feel like is really relatable too, I guess, because you know, like
everybody got kids.
Yeah.
Like, just go on and say
that
it.
was something that was so scary to me when I got older. Because it was like at a point where it was just like, it's like when you're younger, you're like, oh, okay, like not really that many worries, right? You know, you probably knew some people out of high school that ended up having kids like right out of high school.
You talking about like while you're dating?
Yeah.
Oh, you wasn't
when you
worried
got
about
older,
having...
and it was just like, damn, everybody's having kids. So it's like no matter who I talk to, like a lot of women, I see a lot of women say they wouldn't date a dude that has kids.
No.
Damn, you said oh, she said that fast as hell.
I don't, it's nothing wrong with it, but you just have your preference.
But then a lot of guys said that. A lot of guys were like, I wouldn't want to be with a woman that has kids. And it's not like they don't like kids.
Right.
It's normally
it's
like
just,
the drama that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Like what I said, it's nothing negative, no negative stigma.
Yeah, we don't hate kids.
You're right.
You
like the fuck KJ will be here probably 3 years from now. But but it's just saying, like, you know, I wouldn't know. I would rather get to know you and not your the baby.
Oh my God. What were you about to call him?
I was going to say, at first I was going to say baggage that you bring in, but I just said the baby.
Oh, I thought you were about to say brat.
Wow.
But
I hope it ain't a brat. I for sure ain't going to finish getting to know you.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, like it was like you got to a certain age and it was just like, damn, everybody has kids. Like it's like kind of hard to, and it's like, it's weird because like I know like some people get offended, right? When you know, you might be dating or something, and it's like, oh, I have kids, and then they be like, oh, I don't date nobody to have, you know what I mean? And then it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me and my kid? Like, and it's like, nah, it ain't that. It's just like, and then it's like, well, do you have any type of drama? And then they got to sit there and think about it because they low key do. You know what I mean? Like, it's been cases where, not dealing with me, but like with people that I've known, where it's like, dude, the dad might even be in jail, but it's like he got people watching, and it's just like, whoa, that's too much. Like,
or you have a situation like for me, you'll be like go on a date with somebody, and then obviously you know they don't give birth, but then you find out, oh yeah, you know I got a 2-month son at home. Like nigga, what?
Dude, I remember this one girl. She never said she had kids, and then somebody else had to tell me like, you know, she got 2 kids, and I was like, what? And then I was like, I heard it from like a couple of other people, and I was just like, that's weird to kind of leave out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's a red flag. Like,
yeah, definitely.
It's just like if I had kids and we met, I got kids. I'm sorry. Like, these is my babies. They this and whatever. Or this is my child.
Yeah.
If you choose to talk to me still after I told you I have kids, that's cool. That's fine. You're okay with it. I'm okay with it. But you show me your kid, I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. And I'm just going to be like, you know, I prefer not to date someone with kids.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like you should get no attitude. It's just...
Yeah, they shouldn't. But it's just like, yeah, especially if you're not saying it and not like, ugh, you got kids.
And you ain't married? Like, it's none of that. Like, I don't care. I'm not nobody's stepmama. Because I feel like, because I've never been in that situation. So, of course, you choose to be with somebody, you have to accept their child as your child. But if I'm out somewhere with my child and then See, even right there, that my child, I couldn't do it because it's technically our child too.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like, and I be watching a lot of like crime shows and weird movies and stuff to where like The Good Son or whatever, they get an attitude. And I don't know. I just don't want the other baby to feel a certain way if I choose to get my baby something while we're out, even though I wouldn't say, "Oh, my baby, come here." I would never make them feel
separate them like that.
Yeah, I would never make them feel like I love them more than the other. But I just don't know how to make that child feel comfortable because I'm not going to do what I'm going to.
And then you have like some of those arguments, I guess, where it's like you might be the person that doesn't have kids, and then that other person does. And like that kid does something bad, and like they're not around, and you're like, well, I kind of got to do something.
Can I yell at them?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't believe you said that to me. Like, well, your kid was acting the ass,
and you're
you know
in
what
my
I mean?
house, like,
and you know your kid act the ass.
So it's just like a lot of stuff that comes with dealing with somebody that has a child. Like, I don't even be around kids myself. And it's like you coming to me and I'm choosing to date you. First of all, I don't even know if I want to have kids with you. And the way you not raising this little motherfucker throwing a tantrum in my house, I don't want to. And then now I can't even say like,
could you stop? At that moment, man, I'm going to say something. But it's like, oh, I can't
I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to make nobody feel like I'm talking about their parenting style. So just by all of that stuff that I don't want to be knowledgeable about, I just choose not to date somebody with kids.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. And I think like people definitely shouldn't be mad because it's just a preference.
It's a preference.
So, just like with anything else. But people really take it to heart and act like you just like attacking them. And it's like you might not even be that deep to the point where you even know how it is between them and their kids. And it's just like, yo, like, no, normally it brings problems. Because, like, dude, to be honest, I've heard of so many damn issues. Like, I've heard of, like, past baby mamas wanting to come and fight the new girl.
Yeah.
Just because her kid is around. And it's like, dude, all I was doing was just being there.
Just trying to be there. I'm not trying to take your place.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing. Or the same thing with dudes.
Yep.
You have dude, don't have him around my son. And it's just like, yo, like, if I'm dating her, the kid got to be around. So it's like.
It's a lot.
It's
like, once again, no disrespect to people with kids, but if you're going to do that, I feel like if you're going to do anything in life, you got to think about the pros and the cons. And that's for sure a big ass con because
I wasn't going to say that's something you got to really think about. You just immediately, that's a con.
Hell no.
Don't do it.
Don't do that because it's true. Like a lot of these crime shows that I be watching, most of the cases is because someone is jealous. You moved on and you think you about to play family with the next person. Oh no. Then they come and do stuff like no, I'm sorry. I don't want to be, I don't know. He just said he was hungry.
He don't eat this. But like, that's the main thing that I'm saying though, is like once you got to a certain age, that's what was scary. Also, it was like, dude, like, everybody has them, so this might end up being the issue that you have to deal with. You know what I mean? And, I'm not saying every situation is going to be an issue. You might end up having, like, a situation. But, like, it's so many that I know of that there's issues. Like, there's a lot of issues because of that. And it's just like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, or you have, like, the jealous baby mama or whatever that's like, oh, so you want to go play family?
Right.
Well, guess what? Now I want to like throw on extra, child support or something like that.
It's
it does happen. Like it's real stuff that happens, and it's just like, fuck.
I don't
want to
go through that.
A person they ain't even in our situation is like making it harder for us. You know, so yeah, I don't know. Like that ending of the show, like I guess it was just. And I kind of got scared with Condola a few episodes back because I thought she was going to end up as that person.
Yeah, I did. She was acting like it.
Yeah, because of her sister.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example.
People in your ear and shit.
Lawrence was doing what he was supposed to do as just, okay, we wasn't together. We tried. We was having sex while we were dating. We still wasn't established, but shit, you got pregnant. Okay, cool. I really didn't want to have a baby with you, but I'm going to do what I got to do as a man, as a fucking human being who got a baby. I'm going to be there and take care of the baby and help you. This bitch was complaining. She didn't like the way he picked him up. She didn't like the way he played with the toy. I don't got time for all of that. Like, damn, you want me here or you don't. And then it's like if he would have moved on and she would have been talking to her sister, her mom already doesn't like him. It was just horrible.
Yeah,
Condola for sure would have been that.
I think the sister was already
typical
trying to call him like a deadbeat.
She
and it was like, what? Like, that don't even make sense. Like
when he showed up to the hospital, didn't she make like a little sly remark like, or something, you came, or just like, what the fuck?
But it was like, dude, he lived in a totally different place, always lived in that place.
You was like, oh, you wouldn't have been talking to me like that. I would have said something. I was
hell yeah, no, your sister ain't about to hop in here and say nothing. Like, get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, it's just a lot. Like, no. And I think that's why, and that's a good point. I think that's mainly why I was kind of pissed off with how the season ended. Because, well, even though they did make it, like, Condola and Lauren's relationship finally became good, like a healthy co-parenting relationship. Yeah. But, I don't know.
But Condola didn't know that he was still, like, on Issa like that.
She shouldn't care. He wasn't on her. He didn't care about her. He was still going on dates. Where was he, in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he moved back to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think so for the baby. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think she knew that that situation was just like a booty call situation, I guess. And they just had a baby together.
Yeah. I mean, but she took it that way. Like, dude, a lot of times I feel like a lot of people don't. Like, and it's just, I don't know, man. This is so much drama. Like, I get it. Like, you might have wanted something to work out a certain way, but it's like, man, you got to get to a point where you realize, like, that shit is just not happening. Or maybe there's a point where it's like y'all both become single and then you want to work on it later on or something. Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like, dude, the way these people be adding so much drama to their lives over that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's just crazy.
It's like, yeah, I get it. You guys have like emotional ties. You guys created a person together. So of course you're gonna always have to talk to that person. Yeah. But that extra unnecessary stuff,
That's
like,
crazy.
No. Like, I'm not sitting up here saying, oh, I prefer a man that doesn't have a kid because I don't want him to talk to his ex. That sounds stupid as fuck. Like, they got a baby together. Yeah. But that other stuff, like that shit that they be doing where the guy moves on or whatever, and then the guy, like, you know, he buys some clothes, and then it was something on Instagram. He bought the baby some clothes and set it on the front door because the baby mom didn't answer the door. Mm-hmm. He woke up, was about to leave his house. Those clothes he set there for the baby was in front of his door because she wanted the money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'd be like, oh.
Or the one from back in the day where, or not back in the day, but it was maybe a couple of years ago where the dude was in a new relationship and his chick, the new chick, did his daughter's hair, and then the mom cut the girl's hair off.
I remember that.
And it was just like,
she cut it off outside the building. She wasn't even in the house.
Yeah, it was just like, dude, at that point, you just doing too much. It's like, dude, nobody meant no harm towards a kid, so stop acting stupid, you know? But that's what I'm saying. That's just the added drama. So, like, when people normally, you know, with people with kids that get mad at people that don't want to date people with kids, it's like, dude, you guys aren't thinking about that. And y'all got to be real because you know who you dated. Yep. You know who you were dealing with. And you got to honestly ask yourself, like, yo, like, do I have drama with that person? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And if you do, just be honest. I get it. Like, that's another person that you wanted to possibly be with. But, dude, some people are just worried out here, you know? And there's some people that step up, but still, it's like, nah,
and just
I don't want
what you said, like, that's the main reason why I understand if people say no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that shit is just,
that's
it's
like
crazy.
The perfect example. Like, what you just said, that's that. Like, you got to realize, like, you got kids. Oh, I'm instantly thinking, like, yo, baby mama crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, there's so many cases. Like, the lady that, she wanted a child support check. I think the dad was like a day late, just 1 day late. She went to his job in her scrubs from work and lit his car on fire, and the shit exploded. And it's like, ma'am, you lost your kids now. You're going to jail now.
Wow, I didn't hear about that.
It happened like a couple of years ago. And yeah, she did that shit. And it was just like, dude, you lost your kids. You're going to jail. now most likely if you get out or whatever, like you probably got to pay him child support now. You know what I mean? Just stupid
classes
stuff.
and everything, man.
Heck yeah. You blew up his truck and people were standing there recording. It wasn't somebody that was with her. They were like close to the car. Not the one in the apartment building.
That was an apartment building.
Yeah, no. That's something else. But like still, like, you know, and that was the whole reason. It's like,
because he was a day late.
A day late with the child support.
He better set up some automatic. Well, no, you know I have to set to. Yeah, because she got to pay him now.
Heck yeah, like dude, just stupid stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, nah. So imagine if there was another person that was dating the dad. And then even just hearing about that, even though their car didn't get messed up,
but still,
like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like everything you saying, sexy. That's why I'm like, nope. I'm sorry. Hell no.
No. So it don't even be like people are disrespecting y'all. It's just like, what is your situation like? And it's people out here lying about the situation. Then all of a sudden, other people got to find out the hard way. And some of the stuff ain't just like, oh, like, yeah, your ex came by and keyed my car.
Right, like
some of these situations, like, fools is killing people.
Like back then, like, you know, a little girl high school drama will be, oh, okay, you think you want to talk to my ex or whatever, or talk to my baby daddy? Okay, well, I'm going to go and leave a comment on your Facebook or MySpace back then. MySpace. Or
you getting jumped.
Or something. Yeah. But it's just like, oh, okay, you gonna jump me, I'm gonna come back and jump. No, it ain't no more jumping, it ain't no more fighting, no more Twitter beef or nothing. These motherfuckers is doing some shit that will fuck you up, some like straight seriously. Up crimes.
Hell yeah.
So it's just like, nope, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nah, we could be cool. You know, if I ever have my little niece or something, we could go do like a little family thing.
Yeah, heck yeah. Like that made me even think about the stuff earlier with the Ari Fletcher girl.
Oh my God.
And it was just like, dude, strange. Like you sound like you were just living drama. You know what I mean?
And I still really don't understand that.
What she was saying?
No, I really don't.
She was basically saying like,
I get it, but it's just like damn, like, are you serious? Kind of like you really had to have somebody tell you like you're acting immature and you're happy that you're not in a toxic relationship, and somebody had to tell you like, hey, I'm not toxic, and you like, oh, I see it.
Yeah, like you had, yeah. She basically said that Moneybag Yo has to always tell her that she's being immature or that like she ain't making sense and different shit like that for her to actually realize it. And it's like, so you have to have somebody like basically treat you like a kid to get you to realize stuff. And you just like, and then afterwards she laughed and was like, I don't know about that. I'm gonna go start some stuff today. Like, that's so immature and like high school.
And then the fact that she said, oh, well, I got a son, so let me be quiet because this nigga gonna shoot me or something. And I gotta stay here because I need a place to stay. Or some shit like that.
Yeah, just some weird stuff. And it's like, what the hell?
It's like, what are you talking about? Like, I ain't never heard nobody say no shit like that.
Looking at her made me be like, oh, I'm glad I'm in a relationship.
Like, I'm telling you, it's a lot of people out here. And
I got.
Seriously, because I be listening to people at work that be talking to me, and they be talking to me about, like, they dating life and stuff. And I just be like, bro, shit has changed. And it's just like...
Yeah, these fools are psychos out here.
They've been psychos when I was in the dating game before I was blessed and met you. But like compared to the things that I've like shared with you about my crazy experiences, man, they be taking the cake.
Yeah, that mess is crazy. It's just like, damn, like who the fuck told y'all that y'all could just act that way and people are supposed to just, just deal with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like. She made it sound like it was like perfectly fine. And what was funny was like she basically tried to sound like everybody else was toxic. But in that minute or so, however long the video was, she basically proved that she was the problem.
She was.
And a lot of stuff. And then people were in the comments like, dude, men and women. It was a bunch of women that were just like, nah, she crazy. Mm-hmm. She wild, you know? So it was just like. She made a comment like a while ago talking about, oh, my man can't play no video games. Like, what kind of crap is that? And somebody made a comment like, this is the same chick that said, can't nobody play video games? Like, but she's out here being told that she's acting immature a lot of times. So it's like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense.
And it's like, think about it. You talking about you're dating and you have a child and you got that mind frame and you think I want to date you? Absolutely not.
Exactly. And I immediately started thinking too. I was like, damn, what kind of stuff does Moneybag Yo be going through?
Hell no, she don't tell her child nothing. She don't see nothing he doing is wrong. He's just being a little boy. Not in my house. He better be a little boy outside in the dirt. He ain't about to come up in here and fuck up my shit. Absolutely not. Go outside. You smell like outside. Go outside. Like, it's time for y'all to go. That's the stuff I be talking about, because that right there, she for sure don't raise her child in a way to where, like, okay, we're at someone else's house. Act like, you're supposed to act like you got some manners.
Yeah.
She don't know what that means.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
I think she's just gonna think it's like whatever is like her way, or yeah.
Like, no, I understand a kid could be a kid. I get all of that. But no, because at the same time, kids be knowing when they be doing wrong. They'll look back at you. Okay, like, she ain't looking. Okay. I'm looking.
Yeah. A lot of times when you dealing with kids like that, they just want to see how far they can take
That's it. And then once you stop. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, heck yeah. Because, man, I don't know. Like, that video, I was just like, I've always felt like a weird way about her, because I've always felt like she was kind of low-key drama also. But really watching that video, I was like, damn, poor Moneybag Yo. Like, I mean, he dealing with it, but like, I was just like, damn, like, that's another thing ridiculous.
Too. Like to go back to how you came in with the podcast and how you were saying people look at like celebrities' life and be like, oh, I want that, or I wish, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't think about, okay, yeah, they got the money, but they don't got no common sense.
Yeah.
They can't hold no conversation. If it's not about like money or material things, they don't really have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and then that's where I feel like a lot of, especially like, her being like a younger chick or whatever, and younger chicks looking at her and being like, oh, this is how I should act, or like even watching like Love and Hip Hop or any type of reality shows or whatever, they think they could just act that way,
and that's gonna keep they man. The Love and Hip Hop and stuff. The reason why I stopped watching it is because it became, everybody had the same storyline. It was always the same drama. These people will get married. They'll it's like, oh, okay, there is love. Black love, excellent. Hoo ha. The next thing you know, new season come back. This dude and slept around, got a baby on the way. Now they getting a divorce, but now she like, I want to stay. Like, it's not promoting good stuff. It's just promoting like you have to go through all of this drama to keep somebody, and you don't.
And that's just reality shows in general. I mean, there's some that are okay.
Yeah.
But like, even like, dude, when Teen Mom became a big thing, I was just like, damn, like, yo, y'all are really having a lot of these girls. Like, you have some of these girls like on Dr. Phil. I want to have a baby just because. And it's like,
remember
14.
on Maury's show, they used to come up on there and then he used to give them like a fake doll. And then they had like these keys on the back. It came like on a key ring. And then they had to really take care of the doll. And the doll would cry. And they had to get like a key set, eat, sleep, like change my diaper or whatever, or play with me. And then they had to put each key in there to see what the baby wanted.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of creative.
Yeah, to be like,
to get them out of wanting a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, Teen Mom got spinoffs. Teen Mom OG, 16 and pregnant. Teen Mom, it's just like, damn, y'all and really want these people
young
to have
girls want to
babies.
be on that damn show.
But
they want to be on TV.
I also can understand why they have babies, because we just jumping all over the topic with this. But like now with the stimulus check, you could get more. People that have kids are still getting money, and it's like, granted, you got kids, cool. Can I get something? Like, I don't want what they want, but damn, I'm like, how my hours ain't been cut? Like, damn. But yeah, that was just like way left, but still.
No, it's the truth, because I think that is some of the reasons why people be wanting kids. Cause you see some people these days, they already struggling and they just want to have more and more kids. And then sometimes you catch the fucked up conversations like, well, shit, I'll be getting this during my taxes.
Right.
Like, so you just want that baby like that? Or the people that adopt kids and it's like, they treat the kids fucked up and then, they still get the money.
Still, yep.
But yeah, that crap is just sad, especially when people are just, I don't know, man. Because I think like a part of life is like, of course, you're going to mature in some sort of way. And you should be growing instead of just like constantly still stuck with that immature mindset.
Hell yeah.
Like I get it, nobody's perfect, and
No.
you still might be stuck in some of the same mindsets that you were like a long time ago. But at the same time, like I think sometimes like, damn, do these people think that is wrong, or do they just like, do they know what's wrong, but they're just like, nah, as long as I'm still getting my way, they don't care. I think that's how they normally think about it.
And them some real
Thought you was a real nigga.
They just look at it like that, like. And then I think eventually over time, then they'll probably change their ways and stuff like that. But I don't know. I know for sure, like I could say in the time frame that we've been together, I feel like I've changed, especially like my thinking and stuff like that. Like I can see my growth over the years, and Facebook shows me because I do the the memories.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll look at like my posts and I'll be like, damn, what the fuck I was talking about? I was angry as hell.
Damn.
Then
well, let me see some of these posts.
And then
I read those.
I would no, this is like old, like 11, 10 years plus back. And I would look at the comments and I'll be like, damn, I don't even talk to you no more. And it's just like, oh, I see why. And then over the time, and then so you gotta grow.
Let me see none of the mess. No, I'm just like,
well, I don't know. It's no,
it was the same thing for me too, because Facebook really does send you those. Yeah. Those
comments still there and
things.
everything. People you don't even follow no more. You get memories of y'all like hanging out somewhere at a party and stuff
pictures
like that.
and
Pictures,
stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that crap is crazy, but people get stuck in those ways and then they just don't get past it. Well, it just was like, damn, like, I mean, really, when I was watching that Ari video, I was like, damn, so it's just been people just allowing her to act that way this whole time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because when you showed me the clip, what did I say? I said, I think she, 22, 23?
Yeah, she's 26, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still like, you low-key, you basically said in the video that you were toxic, and you kind of were just like, whatever about it, you know what I mean?
It seemed like she had an attitude that like Moneybagg Yo was kind of trying to say, like, I'm not to make it make sense. It seemed like, okay, for example, if it was Moneybagg Yo, you toxic, you used to these toxic people, but I'm trying to show you like that's not the way to go, or you don't have to always act like that to get your way. And then she was like, oh, like, maybe he is right. Yeah. But then she was like, well, I don't ever say sorry. So, I mean, because, like, what?
Yeah, that was just stupid. Like, what the fuck? Like, and either at that moment, she does say sorry, or she was just saying that to try to, still get her G points or whatever.
Oh,
I see.
Oh,
yeah, I don't say sorry. Right. You know what I mean? But I still feel like, that shit was just stupid. It was dumb. It was like, why do you act that way? You know what I mean? What's wrong with you, and how are you just that immature? And then you go around and you post online like, this is what people should be doing. And it's like, I think that's why every single time she tweets something like that, the internet eat her ass.
They do.
Up.
I don't even follow her.
I wouldn't even want to tweet. I don't follow her either.
I don't even follow her.
But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even want to tweet no more. The internet, way the internet go in on her.
You see what I say every time I see her. I'm not going to say what I say, but like I just be.
She say some stupid stuff.
And then you even said it like you was like, here go that girl, and then I was like, oh, what's she talking about? You was like, I don't know, and then you just let me watch the clip.
I don't even know why they ask her questions anymore. I mean, because she's known, but like still,
you will not get.
It'd be like, what the hell? Like if you watch that, like that's a perfect. She's probably on there saying that stuff, but then at the same time, this is what you would show somebody and be like, this is how you don't act.
And she's only acting like that because she has an audience, like
exactly,
that kind of looks up to that.
And she has that fan base, and that fan base is gonna follow whatever the hell she does, just because. Crazy as hell. I don't know. I feel like it
was nice that she bought Moneybagg Yo all that land. Now that's the stuff like that I
cool.
like. That was pretty
cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Guaranteed he had to do a whole bunch of shit first.
Oh yeah. And
I mean that was some next level.
And then
stuff.
It seems like, okay, just based on that interview we're talking about, and God forbid, whatever, like, of course I don't want nobody to break up, but if they did break up, she the type that's gonna come back and just whatever he put on there, she may fuck it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. She seemed like she'll do some immature
like
stuff
you didn't
like
read
that.
the fine print, nigga.
Oh my god, that would be funny as hell. Man, you gonna have TMZ trying to get that what's it, Hollywood Unlocked or something? Is that what it's called?
Oh my god, hell yeah!
One of them, Shade Room, all that, trying to find out whatever they can about that.
It's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like, dude, like, the new year is coming up, and I don't know. I mean, resolutions are cool, but you can do them at any time.
Yeah, 2022.
And this is like, dude, I hope people get past that. But it's so many people. You're gonna have new people that's gonna be acting fucked up.
Hell yeah, my resolutions have changed from me telling people and saying it. I just usually do resolutions for myself to work on what I feel like I need to work on, whatever it is. It's just, I just changed it to where I want it to be something for me. And then at the end of the year, like I said, with the memories on Facebook, I'd be like, oh, I did.
I changed a little bit.
Yeah. Like, shit don't make me so mad no more. Like, I'm learning to, like, not feel a certain way with things that I can't control, like stuff like that. It'll be my resolution.
Yeah.
Because before it was like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to start, like, focusing more in school or, like, shit like that. Now it's just like, that's gonna be there because I'm gonna try my best to stay and do whatever I gotta do. But I just want to work on myself and be more like a better me.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good for sure. And that's why I was saying, like, you don't have to just wait until the beginning of the year. Like, you can do it whenever,
Right. And also, yeah, that's a good point too, because by me doing it, I don't feel the pressure of like starting. Because when I would say like, oh, I want to work on losing weight, then I will go to the gym the first week of January, the shit is packed. And then I'm like, nah, I'm not going to go back. And then I don't eventually go no more, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just like a time stamp for people to remember, like, oh, okay, I started then or whatever,
right.
But, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, hopefully everybody's trying to be like the best them. While we're sitting there saying we want to be the best them.
What's your resolution?
Be best us. Oh, my resolution was for us to exercise more.
Oh, you making resolutions for the both of us? How you know I want to exercise?
Damn.
I'm just playing.
For me, no, but
I'm just playing.
that was one, and then I was like, I don't need to spend money on like random shit
I
was before. And then damn, I felt like there was a third one. I know those were the main two.
Wasn't it Save More or something? Or is that?
Yeah, but that was kind of a part of the same thing. But yeah, other than that, I think.
I thought the other one was to like for you to reach out to people.
Oh yeah. That was it. Like, yeah, that was it. And like, I feel like I've kind of already did that. Like, people that I'm cool with, like, whether it's like I post something on Instagram or whatever. I don't know if it's like their resolution also, but like I've had like a lot of people that I know like just like say more stuff like because I'm posting stuff like on my Instagram story or whatever, and then like we might end up talking through, DM or something like that, or just being like, hey, how you doing? Just like certain stuff like that, and just I don't know. I don't know, just something different, because I was saying in the last podcast episode that like I feel like I kind of like you might not realize that you really did that. I guess kind of like stepped away from everybody or whatever because you're so caught up in your own stuff. So yeah, I think that was something that was a little bit different also. And then I chose a perfect year because California's about to start closing down a little bit more. This is the year where we're going to get to be cool with people, and then all of a sudden, California is shutting down. I don't feel like it's
going to shut down like it did the first time.
No, not like the first time, but I think because they they probably found out ways. They probably found out ways to make it work a little bit more, but still, I feel like it might. Because like I said, the park across the street from my job, like they already shut down the courts, like basketball courts and shit. They got it like taped off so nobody can use it. And I think they might start doing that because they keep saying those, was it Amaracrine?
Maury, yeah, something like that.
Maricon or
Every
something
time
like
I
that.
see it,
Numbers are going up.
I always want to say Omarion.
Yeah, Marion. But yeah, like, so I don't know what it's gonna be like, but yeah, I mean, I guess so. Like, still, even if I don't have to, physically see these people, just like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, y'all doing good, whatever.
And then you
that's
could,
pretty
like,
much
it's
it.
a lot of things now. So you got FaceTime and everything. Like,
yeah. I don't know about FaceTime though.
Oh, never mind.
Like, I mean, I guess it's okay, but like, dude, oh no. That shit seems like you just stuck in that, like you in FaceTime and then you trying to do other shit, and then it's just like you can't really.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, no, I guess if this gonna go with
like
trying to be connect with people more,
you can have like a party.
But then you got some of them people that be like trying to be on that shit for like 3, 4. Hey, my battery's dying, and then they still talk for another 45.
Yeah.
Like, damn, my shit done died.
That's why when you like before you get on it, you be like, oh yeah, I gotta do like such and such, but I got time right now. I think I got
She telling the secrets.
I know. Maybe somebody needed to know, but yeah, you just give them like, I got a little bit of time right now. I got
Heck yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's a little different, but then it's like I was thinking the other day, and also when I was recording like last week's podcast, I was like, am I tripping? Like have I really just been pushing everybody away, or like just being so focused on my own stuff? But then it's like, dude, it's like so many movies and stuff like that, or even like the last episode of Insecure tonight, it was kind of about that in a way. Kind of like, all right, you end up getting into your own stuff to the point where you guys don't, you're not able to
hang out.
And what was the name? The name of the episode was "Everything's Gonna Be Okay" or something like that.
And then the lady, what's her friend name? The lady that Amanda Seals plays that character that moved to Colorado.
Yeah.
And how when they came out there for her birthday, she didn't she was happy, but she was like, I missed y'all bitches. Like, I don't know if you got that, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of like, you're here for a little while, then you guys are going to be gone again. And because
you see, she didn't even make it to, I don't even think she made it. Did she make it to the Molly's?
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, she was, okay. Yeah.
I think so.
But it's like, even still, like, that's the only time we hanging out. Like, dang, I haven't seen you since my birthday. That was a year ago. Yeah. And then now we only seeing each other for like different events and stuff.
And that was something I think I kind of thought about also with like getting older. It's like, everybody's cool, people or whatever. And then like time passes and like, God forbid, people die or whatever. And it's like, damn, I remember them, or I remember these times or whatever. But a lot of times I don't try to think about it as, being like the worst stuff. Like, I'll be like, oh, okay, like I can hit them up or whatever. But you never know. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's crazy. It's like, you can still be cool with everybody and everything, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a common thing. I feel like it's something that like almost everybody goes through. If you have, I think like in a way, I kind of feel like a lot of like the friendship shit that's like in movies where it's just like we're always together every single day, and they're even adults. I feel like that's a lot of movie type shit. You know what I mean?
It is,
because once you start getting into your own stuff, or they'll have like, I mean, and I'm not saying there's not friends that are like in their 30s that are single, so they see each other so much, but it's like, dude, once you really start getting into like families, and then you're in relationships or like even work and stuff, it's just like, dude, we don't have as much time as we used to. Like, you look at high school, all you had to do was just go to school, and that was all the fuck you had to do. You know what I'm saying? You had a bunch of time to chill and talk and all this different type of stuff.
We could do our homework in homeroom.
Yeah.
And had a whole rest of the day to ourselves.
Being a kid, you didn't even think about alone time. Yeah. Like, that's just like, time where you want to chill and do whatever you like to do. You get older and you really start valuing that stuff too. And then you just trying to, I said in the last episode, I was like, when you get older, life is kind of about arranging time for everything. You have a bunch of people in your life that you probably want to reach out to, or whether it's family, friends, or whatever, that you might not have seen in a long time. And it's like, that's how I feel about the holidays. And this is another reason why it's like I love Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff, but I always kind of hated them because, like, my parents, when they separated, they would always ask me, where you going? Where you going for the holidays? And it's like, dude, most of the time I was like a kid or a teenager. It's like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I didn't want to make that decision. And then when I got older, it was just like, man, I'm tired of that question. So a lot of times I will work the holidays and not have an issue because I'm like, I don't have to deal with that fucking pressure. It was just like, man, I'm going to go to work, do what I got to do. But like back then, it was really just like, where you going? And then if I didn't go to one place, then it's like the people at the other place feel some kind of way. It was just like, I don't mean it to be no kind of way. It's just like, I'm not about to be, like, a lot of times it wasn't like, oh, I'm just bouncing from one part of LA to the other part of LA. It's like, dude, maybe some people are way over here.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
They're
you ain't doing all that extra stuff. Yeah. So it's like, you really do want to make time for everything, but it's like, dude, it's kind of hard to do so.
I didn't even think about that for you. Because, you know, I really don't know nobody that went through parents that went through a divorce and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I really don't ask you. And then when I remember when I think it was like our second date or something like that. Mm-hmm. And you said like you was getting tired of that question. Like people would be like, how do you feel? Like, oh my God, like that your parents is going through a divorce.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, damn, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask you about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think like when I was when I was a kid, I think I understood it. Like I was just
because I didn't want to come off like I didn't know what to say. I'll tell you now, if I don't know what to say in the situation, I either get quiet or I'll ask a question that I don't know. I just don't want to offend nobody, and then I'll ask a question. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's okay. Like you don't, you know. But I just wanted to know, like, and then you told me, like, yeah, it's cool, like whatever and everything, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think like
and
when I was younger,
no more.
I wasn't like the kid in the movie. The kid, like the parents get divorced, and the kid is like,
start acting
wild
crazy
and shit.
and
Like,
stuff.
no, it wasn't nothing like that. I think I
can't lie. I was kind of expecting like a little, like, I had a rebellious stage, like, you know.
No,
my mom kicked me out because
like,
I was breaking all her shit.
No, it wasn't nothing like that. Because even when I look at movies like that, I'm like, oh, I was like, I guess I understand. But like for me, it was kind of different. Like I didn't even take it that way. I was just kind of like, it's different. It's a change, of course. But I mean, I think there was like a little part where I was just kind of dealing with it, like damn, we aren't in the same house. Like things aren't going to be exactly the same. But it was weird. I felt like as a kid, I was kind of thinking like, whoa, this is what they want. Like, and they want it for a reason. Right. So
at least they talked and kind of like told you or you knew.
Yeah. Like it was like stuff that was being talked about with me. So it wasn't like, you was
in the dark.
Yeah. So I didn't really take it like crazy.
I
think
that
no
may
kind of
be
way
like
that.
the mistake that parents make when they're going through a
they
divorce.
Don't really explain
they don't
stuff.
talk because some parents, they like, well, for me, even though nobody in my household was married, but still, like, even when you ask a question as a kid, what are you asking all them questions for? You don't need to know all that. Mind your business, da-da-da. What the fuck? Ain't this going to affect me too? So you got to at least, like, give me a little bit of something. If I'm a kid, okay, well, don't talk to me like you talking to your sister or your friend. Just give me a little something. Yeah. So I could see why if you just was in the dark and then you didn't know that, then, yeah, you may, you know, but... Yeah, I would do the same that they did. Just like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
that's
still
how
there, still your dad. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how it should be. I feel like a lot of, and that's why I said, like, when we become parents, I feel like that's honestly how I don't want to be.
Yeah, like, because you get older and you think about that too. Like,
yeah,
damn.
and I think that's what it is. I think, like, our generation, as far as for parents, well, like, yeah, my parents kind of talked about. My mom more so. Like my dad, he just be quiet about stuff. But I feel like explaining stuff. Yeah. Like don't like it ain't like you really. I mean, I get it. I think by that time you already know what kind of kid you got.
Hell
especially
yeah.
when it's the age where you get into explaining stuff. You know how your kid is.
And
if
it's like the right age, like I could see if your child is like not at that age where you were doing that stuff and you just like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, if you got one of them kids that just freak out on everything, I kind of understand.
Yeah,
why you don't want to tell them nothing. But like, if you got a kid that seems like they can kind of understand and comprehend stuff, it's like, dude, explain some stuff. Like, even if I feel like a lot of times parents don't want to feel embarrassed to their kids, but they be like, once your kid gets older, they're gonna realize that this is a lot of shit that goes on in life. Like, it's just real stuff. So it's like, you should explain some of this stuff and really get them to understand certain, parts of life. Because when you end up finding out that your kid is sitting here learning these life lessons from other places, you feel some kind of way. But it's like, well, you didn't take the time to really get into it.
True.
So it's like, I learned from other experiences and different stuff like that. So yeah, you wanna say some stuff and get your kid to understand, and at least let it come from you. Like, you want this strong connection,
and you have to have yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying you have to get into the real stuff to really build those strong connections.
For sure, because you can't just that will always be your baby, but your baby is growing up, so it can still be your baby in your eyes, but your baby is going through. Your baby's in high school. Your baby is noticing stuff. Yeah, your baby is curious. So still, that's your baby, but just have a talk with your child so they'll keep that window open.
Yeah, because you still want that. Like, you know how I think about it as, like, if you're an employee at a job and then your bosses keep everything from y'all. Like, they want y'all to do all this work, but they keep everything from y'all, and then shit goes bad in the company, and then it's like they just throw the bad news at you, and you still kind of like lost. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's kind of how I feel like it is. And it's like, but it's different because when you're a family or something, it's like you do want that friendship connection. Like, you see some parents where it's like they seem like they're more friends than parents to the kids, and then it'd be like kind of weird. Yes. But like, still, I think even as a parent, you still want that friendship connection. Yeah. You want your kid. Like, I've seen some like younger parents that are like, oh, my kid tells me everything. It's like, no, they don't. No, they don't, because the way you act with certain stuff, they're not going to tell you everything. They're going to get to the point where they're going to start holding secrets because they know that they can't talk to you.
Like, for me, you already know how my little weird childhood was. Like, I couldn't do nothing. I had, like, that's when I told you, like, that's the reason why I started ditching and stuff like that, because that was the only time, like, I could go and kind of be like a kid. And then some of the stuff that you experience, a lot of people experience, like the skating rink. 7 to 7, I've never been. Yeah. I'm so disappointed I've never been. But I've never been to this day. I've never, when the World on Wheels reopened because of this seat, I've never been inside of that building. But yeah, you have to let your kid be. If you let them be a kid when they a toddler and fucking up stuff, why can't they be a kid? You didn't raise them. You didn't did what you supposed to do. You taught them right for wrong. They have to go out in the world eventually.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, and most of the time I get it because they say that it's mainly fear. Like, they don't want stuff to happen to their kids. And I totally get that. But at the end of the day, you got to think about the main picture. Like, dude, that a parent will immediately say, yeah, when I was a kid, I couldn't do that shit either. And it's just like, but you knew how it was. Exactly. So it's like, why are you still bringing it to this?
That's like me doing what I tell you to KJ or whoever, like KJ or CJ or whatever.
Yeah. And they still try to be like, oh, well, it kind of like it made me who I am today. But it's like, no, because you still had to find yourself in a whole bunch of ways.
Because honestly, that's a fucking lie. If I was to say, oh, it made me who I am today, no, it didn't. It taught me lessons to get me to where I am today. And in certain
ways, you didn't notice it pushed me away from ways that you were acting. Like, you might have thought you was really helping, but it made me be like, I don't ever want to be like that.
Like, if I could go back and talk to young Cheryl, I would for sure tell her, try to communicate more or vocalize, like, I need to go out. Like, I need to do this. I would just say, all right, fuck it. Okay. I'm going to eventually go out. But
exactly. But yeah, that's it. That shit will make your kids sneaky. And not saying your kids out here doing like the worst shit. They ain't beating people in the head.
No, I wasn't. Yeah.
You ain't doing no shit like that. But you're really curious about a lot of stuff. And you got to just like vocalize that stuff and just really talk about it. And it's like, it feels like those are the conversations you get later on in life. Like when you like our age, and then you start finding out the family secrets. Yeah. and then be like, nigga, what the fuck? I could have used this information way earlier, to kind of help.
And then with my auntie, she'd be like, "Oh, you didn't know?" I'd be like, "No, you never
like,
told
y'all
me."
Ain't never said nothing.
Like, you was here. Yeah, I was in the room.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Especially like, dude, I don't know if you guys are black or like you guys might be a part of, you know, a different type of family or whatever. But in a lot of black households, you're not in the face of the adults.
No.
So when they having conversations and you come in, they either pausing the conversation for a second and then they immediately telling you to get out of the room because this is grown folks' business. You know what I mean?
Or they'll say, "Get out of here, grown folks talking."
Yeah.
Are you a kid?
You're not interrupting no conversation. You ain't
no.
oh, can I? No.
No. Like how these kids now, they just be talking while you talking. You wasn't having nothing that they will back smack you in that mouth real quick.
Hit your mouth.
Or they give you, excuse me, you don't hear me talking?
Oh, yeah. They shutting you down immediately. They will shut down the companies talking to tell you to shut up. Like, for real. So, like, when I see these kids coming and interrupting adult conversations, sometimes I'm looking like, damn,
okay.
like, what? How are you able to do this?
Like, I be feeling a certain way. Like, I be in the grocery store and I hear somebody say something. I be like, oh, shit. I had a flashback.
That was the kid?
I thought she was about to pop him.
Hell yeah. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's so much
different.
stuff that's just, it's different. But yeah, I feel like that communication is really, really big when it comes to talking to your kids
Hell
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
like, I feel like I will be that parent where it's just like, no, you're a kid. You could be a kid, but at the same time, you want to be a mannerable kid. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when you get of age to talk about certain things and you're coming to me, I will fucking love that. Like, let's go out. Okay, shoot. All right, you got your period. Okay, come on, girl. You got your period. Welcome to womanhood. Let's go eat what you want. And we gonna talk about it.
Heck yeah.
It's just like, I just think it's just all about how they're still a kid. So, of course, you got to do kid stuff. So, yeah. So that's what I think.
Yeah, so, man, it's just crazy talking about all this stuff in this episode. And really, you know, it was so many topics we went through. We went through, like, Christmas. We went through, like, parenting stuff. We went through how people act in relationships. And I don't know. I just think it was a cool episode. And, of course, this is the last episode of the year.
It is.
It is the last episode of the year. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoy all the episodes in this year. We're going to keep this going. That was another resolution, to keep this podcast going smoothly and, you know, not miss any time. And yeah, man, I'm excited to keep it going, dude. Hopefully you guys love it. Hopefully you guys are sharing this stuff. Maybe some of the episodes are making you think in different ways or whatever. But yeah, check out all of my socials. I leave that down below. If you guys want to follow on Twitter, it is who_is_KD, 2 underscores. My Instagram is it's King KD, and also check me out on Facebook at whoiskd. Did you want to leave your stuff?
Oh, yeah, it's my Instagram. I only have Instagram. It is for Cheryl_ and Cheryl with the C. Thank you for having me back on your podcast. I really enjoy doing them with you, and we're gonna continue to keep this going for as long as we can. So you guys, happy holidays and enjoy that shit.
Hell yeah. Thank you for listening. You guys stay tuned for more. We'll check you out later. Peace.
Bye.